So the Bricasti M7 is one of those reverbs that people just love. I know I bought one shortly after it was released, and it's been my go-to reverb for however long that's been, 10 years now. And people have been carrying them live. I mean, depending on what you can afford, maybe you just carry one, or if you're really, really lucky and have the budget, you might carry three. But it's something that people love, and Yamaha has just put a Bricasti reverb in the console, the Y7, which it's not the same thing as the M7, but it's got a lot of the same presets, and it has the Bricasti sound quality. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, as you say, you'll see guys like Matt Herr. Everything's internal to the console. He has Bricasti reverbs, you know, and he uses 3 of them.
Right.
And then you have a lot of times you go up to a show, they'll have a digital console, whatever brand it is, but there's always a Bricasti in the rack. So, as we talked before, Yamaha, we tried to get some reverbs, some different color reverbs in there, and so we tried for several years to discuss this with Bricasti and finally arranged it. And so they created this reverb for Yamaha. The cool thing about it is, even though it's not an M7, they called it a Y7 because the same problem with DSP that we have on the other products. We had to cut down on the presets and what they use. But I know you and I, we went through all of these presets, compared it to the hardware piece, and found very, very little difference in the sounds. Nothing that we couldn't fix with a fader move or an EQ or something. And it was really very, very close. And again, it doesn't have all of the presets that the M7 has, but it has the favorite ones. I know you and I ask a lot of people what were their favorite presets, and that's kind of what we chose.
Right. Yeah, and it's fantastic, and to be able to have as many instances, so instead of, like we said, only being able to carry 1 or 2, which is still a stretch. I mean, most tours can't even afford to carry one. I mean, a $5,000 reverb is a lot of money, but now to be able to have as many as you want inside the console is really exciting.
Yeah, the whole plug-in world, you know, as we found out as testing these things, I mean, you and I both, is that the plug-ins are more consistent than the hardware. The hardware has variances in different components and stuff like that, and the plug-ins are very consistent.
Yeah, I mean, they're exact.
Exact, yeah.